Salud. Remember me, Sebastian? The last time we met, or one of the times we met, was when we dissected the chicken breast. Tonight we're going to do thighs. Maybe my most favorite part is the thigh. I love the breast, but the thighs are great. Now here we have some thighs, right? All this fat, which is terrible for you. And there's no big secret to removing the fat from thighs. Because when you can, just rip the meat off. Fat will kill you. Protein is good for you with a combination of vegetables and other healthy items. So, can you imagine eating all this fat? That's what clogs up your arteries. Now the thigh is ready to go. Now if you want to get rid of the bone, we can get into that. But you know something? The bone makes the meat tender. You'll love the bone on there. Do the same thing here. There's some fat here. Some of it you don't want to play around. Why take the chance of cutting your finger off? Listen, my mother-in-law is going to complain anyway. I think tonight what we'll do is we'll coat them, we'll saute them a little bit, and then we'll bake them. How's that? Now at this point you don't have to do that. With our Sebastiano products, you can sprinkle it on, use it as a rub, use it as a coating, use it as a seasoning, whatever you like. But we'll use it as a coating tonight. If you're gluten-free, just use our gluten-free product. And if it calls for flour, just use rice flour. Or don't use flour. Take a couple eggs. We'll beat them a little bit. You really don't have to add milk. You know, everybody's concerned about this. Everybody's concerned about that. If you're into cholesterol-free, just get rid of the red part of the egg. Just use the white part, or get some egg beaters. Don't use just milk because it's not going to stick. The reason for the egg is it helps when you coat anything, it helps it to stick better. And you use less oil, believe it or not. And I like tossing your main product first in flour. Again, this is, if it's gluten-free, if you use the gluten-free product, Sebastiano is gluten-free, use rice flour. Then you dip it in a little bit of egg. Actually, I'm going to do it in a bigger bowl. How's that? And then I like to pre-pour mine. You can sprinkle it down and just toss it on. And with your free hand, just toss it around a little bit. If it's a thick piece of meat like this thigh is, you may want to press on it. Okay, my wife reminded me that I have to tell you, I must tell you, that our product is a complete product. Whatever flavor you decide to use, it has breadcrumbs in there, some garlic, rosemary, whatever you like. And of course the gluten-free doesn't have the breadcrumbs. So again, if you want to use it as a breading, you coat it lightly in flour or rice flour, dip it in egg, all right, and then just toss it around in the product. It's a whatever flavor you decide on. We have 7 delicious flavors. Now we're going to saute the thighs. Now listen, I don't want to scare you away. I have a little bit more oil in the pan than I normally need, simply because I want it to cook a little faster. We have 4 or 5 or 6, whatever, hungry boys in the house, so I just want to get it out of the way. Here are the quarter thighs. See how beautiful that is? Now when you have a hot oil, it's not going to be saturated with oil. It's going to sear the product, it's going to sear your meats, and it won't be saturated with oil. It's wonderful. But you try to use, never use extra virgin olive oil if you're using a lot of oil to saute. I like to use an olive oil, and once in a while for flavoring, I sprinkle a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. I do love extra virgin olive oil, but you have to be careful. You don't want it too hot. You see there's no smoke. Olive oil doesn't give you smoke. Extra virgin olive oil will burn, and sometimes it gets a little bitter. It's great for salads, you can't go wrong. Great for your marinara sauce, you can't go wrong, but be very careful when you're sauteing. I think at this point, this happens to be the garlic lovers, the gluten-free. We can do teriyaki flavor. We can do fusion if you want with our Asian spices. You can do ginger. You can do whatever you want. Because it's a basic Italian seasoning. Doesn't mean you can't add your Asian foods or your Latino foods or whatever foods you want. Anything but Icelandic. How many people am I offending in Iceland? Maybe 280,000. I'm not worried about it. Other than that, you could do whatever. I think they probably eat whale lard. They make love to their women in the snow. Can you imagine when it's ice cold? Ooh, it's terrible. But that's what turns them on. Me, I'm different. I gotta have a little wine. You know, I like to be a little bit more particular. Okay, so now we're sauteing the chicken thighs. It'll be ready in just a few minutes.